All right, what's up, everybody? Today we're going to be unboxing this thing and just doing a brief comparison to the big boy Milwaukee Fuel Impact. I think this is 2767. Oh, it's right on the back here. 276720 with 1200 foot-pounds of nut-busting torque. This is half of that, but they're actually similarly priced right now. Like this is 250 and this is 299, so 300, 250 and 300. And depending on how this thing feels in your hand, I'll tell you what I would recommend you getting if it were my money. So with that said, let's go ahead and set this aside right on this big head, and let me get my blade, which is of course in the same pocket as the thing housing my mic. Hopefully I messed that up. Slit this bad boy open. Blade's getting dull already. You know, real quick, like I love this Milwaukee Fastback. It is the best box cutter on the planet. However, the blades that it come with get dull really fast. So it's kind of one thing. Got to get some replacement blades, some good ones. Anyway, moving on to this bad boy here. And obviously we already know this thing is going to be, at least I feel like it, for the size of the box, this thing's going to be super small. Oh wow, yes, it is the size of a drill. It is the size of a drill. Yeah, this thing is small, you guys. This thing is really small. Have this thing. It is really, really small and lightweight compared. Look at that. Look at that. I guess with half the power should be half the size though, right? So really, to me, they're like the same. Now, if this was 1,200 foot-pounds of torque, that would be incredibly impressive. I'm just checking it out here. Everything's like the same, except in the back here, this has a square and it kind of connects there. And here is a rod that goes all the way across for like a strap. This one seems a lot more robust. This one, not so much, but again, this doesn't weigh, they don't weigh the same. The grip feels good on both. This one has a brighter LED going around the head here, where the LED on this big boy here is down here and it shines up. So let's see, let's find a battery. Let's pop it in this and see how that LED looks. All right, so here we have a fully charged 5 amp hour battery, and it feels nicely balanced with the 5 amp hour battery in there. It's a little torquey there. That's on 3. What is that? I probably need to look at the manual, but there is another mode here that I'm assuming is probably auto. That's 1. That's 2. I'm just blinding you guys. I just realized that. Oh yeah, for sure. Those LEDs are super bright, as you probably have already seen. That is so bright. That's literally like a flashlight. Okay. I need to figure out what that other mode is, which I'm just now realizing I have on this too. I have that same mode on this, so I really need to figure out what that is. I've never, in my mind, I've never seen it before. So this is 1. That was interesting. You guys heard that big clank, clank? I haven't needed to use this in a little while, so I don't know. Maybe something got loose in transit. All right, 2 and 3. It's a lot of torque. But for what it's capable of, that's not like wrist twisting torque. That's quite impressive, and that's tightening. Let's loosen it. I like this much better. I don't know what this last mode is though. I should look that up. I don't know what that last mode is. If you know what that mode is, you let me know in the comments. I don't feel like going to go read it. All right, so over here, if you take a gander, this auto and fastening mode will only go up to 35 foot-pounds. Then it stops. It automatically shuts off. But when you're trying to take it off, it'll go up to 650. So it does full force. So that is actually pretty sweet. Now, it'll be sweeter if you could adjust the dial and tell it what torque you wanted to go to, and then it'll fasten that. But it doesn't do that. But that's pretty cool. I didn't know that. Yeah, I didn't really want to, I wasn't going to like demonstrate anything. It's very clear. This does half of what that does. It's, you know, it's half the size, half the capabilities. The only thing it really has going for it are those LEDs. And Rigid has one very similar. The Rigid, the newer Rigid impact wrench is designed the exact way as the Milwaukee. They're both TTI products, so, you know, no surprise there. And of course, the Rigid has a lifetime warranty. So would I recommend this thing? No, I don't even know why it exists. I think this thing exists solely for people who are deeply invested in the Milwaukee line. Your average handyman, I think you'll be good with this. There's been times where, there was only one time where my big impact couldn't break a bolt, and that was on my Volkswagen when I was changing the, I don't remember exactly what it was. I was changing a wheel bearing, and that was a beast. I had to heat it up, and then it made slight work of it. So I love that thing. This would not have been, I would have been in trouble. I would have been in trouble. So no, when it comes to impact wrenches, bigger and more powerful is always better. And this to me just is not cutting it. So I would never spend the money on anything that was less than 1,200 foot-pounds. I think the flex might be 14, which is crazy, but I don't quite trust. Well, we're going to talk about Flex. I do trust them, and it turns out the company is way older than I thought. Now, they can still do some weird stuff with their current line of tools, but I'm going to dig deeper into their finances, and I'm going to find out whether they're financially able to keep up with those warranties and keep up with the tools themselves. So anyway, hopefully this video was helpful. If you guys have any questions about impact wrenches, let me know in the comments and I'll be happy to answer them. See you guys next time.